I, 24 female, found out my fiancé, 30 male, cheated on me. He doesn't know I know. I am broken far from home. I want to die. My girlfriend of 4 years, with whom I have been engaged for 1 month, and I moved across the nation for school a year ago. We are separated from our friends and relatives. We waited a year for residency and are now both enrolled in school. I am 24 years old and am beginning again at a small college after failing out before. It's taken a lot of work and money to get here, and I'm still processing everything. I was let off 5 months ago, and my emergency money is almost depleted. I apply for many jobs every day, but I have a limited schedule, no experience, and reside in a location with a massively disproportionately high percentage of unemployment, especially for people my age. Obviously, I will continue to look for employment and begin bothering the companies to whom I have applied. I have $300 and am giving plasma to pay my rent. I discovered that my girlfriend had cheated on me at least once. It isn't important how I found out. What matters is that I am certain, and this isn't his first transgression. I know I have to go, but am still in shock. I alternate between panic planning, devising detailed plans on how to pack my possessions and flee, and being persuaded that the only choice now is to commit suicide. I have a therapist, a psychiatrist, and family and friends to help me. I'm too embarrassed to tell anybody yet. I don't have any acquaintances in the region and no one to assist me in moving. There was an instance 6 months ago when it was a stay-or-go situation, and I chose to remain and made a big deal out of it. This year, he was in our family Christmas card picture. I'm really humiliated. His name is on the automobile. I've just recently begun school. I'm out of money and can't seem to find job. I have a credit score of less than 600. I'm completely terrified. How am I going to get out? Take out a student loan, relocate, and enroll in online classes. Maintain the pretense till I've accumulated enough money to depart successfully. Ignore the residency problem and return to school, paying out-of-state tuition. What if I get my TEFL certification and then flee? I don't own an automobile. I don't reside in a major city. I'm terrified. My emotional resources are depleted and my family is bankrupt. I'm at a loss for what to do and am furious and resentful enough not to admit it. I've exposed it to personal finance, and the general feeling appears to be that I should discontinue school again, but that would upset me much more. I've worked hard to get back into it, and it may be my only choice now. Story 2. My 29 male, soon-to-be ex-husband, seems to feel entitled to another chance with me, 28 female. My husband and I have been married for 2.5 years and have been together for almost 8 years. We split up in May of this year, apparently overnight. He went back to his homeland, leaving me and our kid behind. There was never a good explanation offered, just that he believed we should never have married. In July, he changed his mind and said that he wanted to be a family again. He was still working at his hometown job, so I decided to ride it out at my job in a distant place for a couple of months to develop my CV before searching for other positions in his hometown. I eventually secured a terrific job in December after 6 months of a grueling commute, taking care of our kid during the week by myself and traveling to his hometown every weekend, applying, and generally bending over myself. I found out he was having an affair a week before I was supposed to move into the new home we were purchasing together and start my new job. He begged and pleaded for me to remain with him, threatening to cut off all communication if I didn't, and I naively decided to give him another opportunity. 2 days later, when I was back in a different city finishing out my final week of work at my former job, he unblocked her on everything and liked her Instagram photos. I was heartbroken. On top of that, he booted me out of the home we were meant to move into together, forcing me to find a new place to live TWO days before beginning my new job. We've been living apart ever since. He's said and done so many vile things in this time, and he's claimed he wants a divorce so many times that I've lost count. He was remained in touch with her till about a month ago. I observed her automobile at his home, got photos for the attorneys, and he confirmed he was still talking to her. I stopped performing the Choose Me dance about a month ago and stopped contacting him other than concerning our kid. Now he's changed his tune and says he's desperate to get me back and would go to any length. He has unfollowed her on all platforms. I dislike all of her photos. Tells me not to abandon our family. I've progressed. I have no desire to pursue another connection with him. He's profoundly damaged me, and I've been screwed over by him so many times I've lost count. How do I tell him there's no possibility without appearing absolutely heartless. I still want to be able to have a healthy co-parenting relationship with him, so I am cordial to him, but he interprets it as me wanting him back. My sentiments have been expressed to him, but they have fallen on deaf ears. He claims he will never give up attempting to reunite our family and that he does not desire a divorce. Yes, I do. Is there anybody who can help? To demonstrate the kind of guy he is, when I questioned him why he had such a quick change of heart, he answered it was because I seemed stronger. The irony, oh the irony. To be honest, I'm grateful to the jerk for tearing the rug out from under my feet, not once but twice, because I've understood how much better I can be and how I don't need anybody but myself to be happy. Second edit. Seriously, thank you to everyone who has read and commented on my tale. You have no idea how much it is assisting me in focusing on myself and realizing that I need to quit contemplating the sentiments of someone who has no regard for mine. I can only hope that anybody who finds themselves in a similar scenario learns that you can and do move on. And I guarantee you'll feel as if a 10,000-pound weight has been lifted off your shoulders. Third edit. You will be served with papers within the next 1-2 weeks. Ensure that the "I've changed" mask falls off. I hope I'm wrong, but I've learned all too well that my gut instincts are almost always correct. Hopefully, I'll be back in a few months with the wonderful news that the separation is finalized. Update. Well, it turns out that my suspicions were correct. He was still sleeping with the affair partner and telling him he loved her and would do whatever to make it work with her the whole while he was asking for another chance and promised, this time would be different. I roll. It didn't even bother me to find out. That's how unsurprised I was. It just enabled me to stop feeling guilty. I kicked his. Every day, I thank the universe that he is no longer romantically attached to me. It's as though a colossal weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I met someone by coincidence at a wedding shortly after my first article and fell in love. This individual is everything my ex-husband was not. The warmth, sympathy, and respect they exhibit not just to me, but also to my kid is surreal. I had no idea love could be that simple. Anyone reading this who is in a loveless marriage should leave. Do the difficult thing, especially if they have a history of leaving / returning / cheating, etc. I was frightened of cutting the connection. At one point, I was beginning to feel sorry for the man since he was pleading with me every day for another opportunity. He attempted to persuade me that having a divorce would damage my future, our daughter's future, and that she would come from a broken home, but it was exactly the reverse. It was already broken, and I repaired it. I totally flourished after I decided that divorce was the best choice. I gained self-reliance. I discovered how to be happy on my own. I discovered happiness in a companion. Life has never been so delicious. The terrible improves the nice so much. Thank you for your comments on my initial article, Reddit. It aided in the transformation of my cemetery into a garden. Now, look at some comments. Yep. Thank you for truly altering my life with a single line. Those phrases raced through my mind during the divorce process and continue to do so. They had no clue how important that was to me. You are very welcome. I simply thought you should be proud of yourself for sharing your mother's incredible insight and the good it did in the world. I've actually been separated from my ex, who I was with for 10 years, for 3.5+ years, and am now in an amazingly fantastic relationship, but your mother's advice still struck a chord with me this long later. Yes, you repair yourself. You save your own life. You are a whole person on your own, and no one can complete you. Don't depend on others to do the tasks that you must complete. Let me assume when he found out you were seeing someone else, he freaked out and said you were breaking the family. I had a friend who was like this. He cheated all the time, and she eventually found someone else. Suddenly, he was the victim, sobbing in front of his buddy group. He is no longer a buddy. I'm not sure why I'm not shocked. To be honest, everything about his conduct suggests that he never appreciated you and considered you as a property to be picked up and dropped whenever he pleased. Congratulations for demonstrating to him that you are not and that you can do much better. Do you live far away from your new love interest? I believe that if you ever need to relocate, the fact that you were caring for a child full-time, traveling back and forth, and interviewing in your ex's hometown implies you have earned the right to move away from this area and not do the majority of the custodial driving. Allow the unfaithful ex to do all of the driving. Sorry, I'm still crazy over you. Thanks for watching my video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Reddit stories.